What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JT, and we are back to the Crypto Den. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Today, it's going to be a shorter one, but it's really just explaining how to create a wallet if you did want to invest in crypto or to go to the casino with all the meme coins and whatever else. So, before I get into that, for those who don't know, my name is Jake Tallis. I also go by JT, and I run a digital asset hedge fund called Bleeding Edge Capital. So that means I manage high net worth individuals, money or wealth in crypto. So I do that professionally. I've been doing software for 10 plus years, and I leverage my experience to underwrite crypto projects from a software perspective because these are software projects at the end of the day. It's all software, guys. It's all computer science. So, um, today I want you all to understand what a wallet is and how we're going to make one and kind of the nuances of wallets. So, first, wallets are like folders. Um, when you're in your file explorer and you click the folder button and you make a new folder, you can think of that as a wallet. A wallet is a folder. A token is a file. That's the easiest way to understand it. So a Word doc goes into a folder. That folder, let's say it's work, right? That's a work Word document. And like if I go to that folder, that's work. Okay, wallets are the same way. You need a wallet per network. So you need a folder per topic, right? Um, Ethereum, the most popular wallet is MetaMask. So you need MetaMask for Ethereum. On Solana, Solflare is a wallet. You're going to need a different wallet for Solana, and so on and so forth. All of them are going to have their own wallet and their own network that is going to work together because you can't send a school file into a work folder. Let's just look at it that way. If you did that, you're going to lose your school notes. You can think of it like that. It's the same thing between Solana and Ethereum. The tokens are written in a different language with different logic and all this other stuff that make it impossible to exist on another network or environment today. So, in general, these decentralized wallets that I listed, like MetaMask on Ethereum and Solflare on Solana, they're in their own silos. They do not work together. Now, the interesting thing is if you go through an exchange like Coinbase, Kraken, Bitstamp, Binance, etc., what they do is whenever you click, let's say you want like on there you can hold Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana all in one account. That's because the centralized exchanges make all of your wallets for you. And you don't even need to know that or see that. They just have an account view where, let's say you might have 20 wallets. If you have a bunch of tokens on a bunch of different networks, you could have 20 wallets inside of your one singular account at Coinbase. They generate the wallet, they move the token into the correct wallet, and then you can see it on a screen and be like, okay, here's all my stuff. But in reality, all of these tokens are stored in independent wallets that they control. Not your keys, not your crypto. That means if you choose to use a centralized exchange to manage your wallets, they own the keys to those wallets. So if they get compromised, then your crypto is compromised. That would be the risk. But it's probably the cleanest way to manage your wallets. And then there's a final little bit that is different. So you're like, okay, you have these decentralized wallets, you got the centralized exchange accounts that manage all your wallets. That's really helpful. But then there's this USB stick, right? And there's cold wallets. Cold wallets are just like the other kinds of wallets, except that wallet is stored on that device instead of being stored on the internet. So that way, the only way to access the tokens on that wallet is by plugging into a computer, knowing the password, and all this other stuff, all the keys. It's probably the safest, most secure. Those USB sticks, cold wallets is what they're called. They could have a bunch of different wallets, just like Coinbase. They can store Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. You basically have 10, 20 different folders or wallets on this stick for all of these different tokens. And the only way you can access them is by plugging it in and giving it your Face ID and whatever else. Okay. And those are the main differences. The easiest way to make a wallet, okay, is to go over to your Google Chrome for MetaMask here. I already have it installed, right? But right? I just have to type in my password and it's here. It's in the extension of Chrome. You can also find Solflare here. Okay. Boom. Add to Chrome, make a password. It takes 2 minutes. Those are your wallets. And then the other way you can do that is just go to Coinbase. Hey everybody, it's JT. Just in case you didn't know, I would love a sub. Almost 97% of you that have viewed our content have not subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you just hit that sub button, give us a like, and let us know how we're doing. All right, back to the content. Well, it's a blog, right? Sign up, boom. Takes 3 minutes, right? And then they're going to make you a bunch of different wallets. It's relatively easy to make the first two kinds of wallets. And then, you know, cold wallet is something you're going to have to physically buy. There's a ton of them. You're going to actually have to physically buy. I know a lot of people shit on Ledger. I actually like Ledger. I use EliPal and Trezor and Ledger. It just kind of depends. I've used them all. I really do like the EliPal because it's probably the best user experience. It looks like an iPhone and it has a screen on there, and I don't know, but there's tons of options. So it's relatively easy, and you need a wallet to transact in tokens today. You just do. It's how the networks work. It's all because wallets are basically folders that are heavily encrypted, and their sole purpose is to hold tokens. No different than like a folder that's password protected, if you will. You could think of it like that. So I think that's it. That's all you guys got to know. Okay. Wallets are folders, tokens are files. You need wallets for every network. And really, you just want to use Google to figure out the best decentralized wallet if you don't want to trust Coinbase or Kraken or anyone else. If that's not a big deal to you and you're just investing long term and you don't really care, Coinbase is probably the best. It's a public company. They got insurance products on your crypto. They got a bunch of stuff. I like Coinbase the most for the average Joe. Um, and yeah, that's it, guys. So until next time, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Take care of one another. Peace and love. I'll see you.